welcome back. Today we got a couple of little issues, nothing heavy. Right at the top of that thing there, the 80 metre element is perfect right at the top of the 80 metre band for the UK Region 1, which is 3.8. Perfect, right? Up at the top end of 80 metres there'd be some really heavy stations. So I'm going to retune this down to, so the SWR curve at 3.7999 is at 1.5. I'm going to slide it down. Let me show you the curve right now. You see I'm bang on sort of 3.8 is my SWR. So I've been on my SWR calculator and it says to add on the foldback, right? Because a little bit of a foldback on a 12.4, so it's linear loaded right at the top. It says to add somewhere between 40 and 50 centimetres, about 2.5 feet. So let's get this thing down and graft something on. Now, the advantage of having a shed is I can keep basic supplies in here. Bit of DX10, bit of tape. I've got to say, Norman Milne, you might see him knocking around Facebook Discord channel, sent me these lovely cutters. And he obviously saw me struggling one day. He's got me these as well. Huge. They're very sharp. What I've done is I've put a bit of oil in there and I'm going to keep these good. Only for cutting heavy coax. Now I've made a few adjustments here over the... Where does it go? Where is the end? Oh, the end is just here, look. Alright. I couldn't find it, but I remembered. I left one here. I'm going to leave this out. Ooh, nice cutters. Now, I haven't got official wire strippers with me, so we'll just be careful. And we'll nibble a little bit of this off. There we go. I don't litter my field. Unlike 25 years ago in my attic, which is covered in bits of insulation when I didn't put the bits. Used to do a lot of loft antennas in the old days. They used to call it a wireman's join. I'm going to kneel down here. And although it's been pouring with rain, it's a stiff breeze, so the ground's slightly damp. Oh, hang on. Let's just get this done. I think this was called a wireman's join, wasn't it? I'm just going to keep going. Now, normally I'd put a bit of heat shrink on here, but I might want to put this back up. So we'll just put a bit of tape around it and make it pretty. So although this is linear loaded, it's not coming right back down next to it. It's coming opposite. So what do we like down at, say, 3 point... Yeah, down the bottom here. 3.71. 1.8. So I'm still good. 1.5. Oh. Well, it's come down a bit. Yeah, 3.77. 1.15. Okay, well, that'll do. This is 40 meters. 500 kilohertz. Oh, that's fine. There's 250. So in fact, that's absolutely perfect, isn't it? You might remember I built a tri-band vertical. I rebuilt it actually, Tom and I did. He was down here a few months ago. We rebuilt it on an old used second-hand 12.4 metre pole, and this is it here. It looks like a regular 12.4. And it kind of is, but at the top, it's kind of a tri-bander. So we've got 3 elements up there and 3 radials. And you just keep tuning until you get 15, 12 and 10. But I haven't been maintaining it. I never built it as a permanent thing. There's no shrink wrap, so basic stuff goes wrong. You know, it's all kind of slipped, which we can have a look at. So it seems to be best literally right at the bottom end of 21. Now this is a funny linear loaded thing, which I'll show you in a minute, but we need to shorten that. If you want to make an antenna go lower, right, you need to lengthen it, L and L. I haven't invented the one for shorter yet. Maybe you can. But we're not trying to lower it, we're not trying to lengthen it. So we're doing the opposite, we're going to shorten it. How much, I'm not quite sure yet. We'll have to get it over and have a look. But while we're at it, let's just have a look at 10 meters as well. All right, so that's best at literally 27 megahertz. All right, so we want to go 350 kilohertz on 15 meters. And we want to send this up by 1.5 megahertz. To take this one down, we need to drop that one. So 12.4 has got to come back down again. By the way, these are the hinges I'm using. There is another way of doing this with a little scaffold connector, but these are from Barenco. I've got one there. The 12.4 also drops over as well. Anyway, let's have a look at this tri-bander look. Vaseline still holding up, which is nice. It's all coated on, look. We've got 3 elements. 10. There's 15. These are the radials. They're shared radials, you see. But let's have a look at 15. So 15 comes up here. So I'll get on the calculator and have a look at that. So the idea behind this is that this should be strong enough to bend this over sort of bow and arrow shape. It's obviously slipped. You want the bow and arrow to keep 15 meters nice and tight. There's 12 there, which we're not using. I didn't even check, I can't be bothered. And here's 10, which needs to be, we decided, shorter. I think we should fix 15 first, which means tightening this up. And I should really put something like heavy, super heavy heat shrink here. That's one of the reasons I've not sold this yet. I haven't come up with this solution. You need some sort of clamp to keep the kind of this bow and arrow shape thing that I'm after. By the way, how am I taking this tape off so easily? It's because I leave what I call a field day tail. So as I wrap it over, I always leave a tiny little bit that I can pick off in the future. So we'll tension this back up and see if we can get it to hold without using, because I want to put this back on an 18 meter pole, so it's kind of a temporary fix. Let's bow and arrow it. So how much? Quite a lot, I think. I'm going to cross that over. We will put more on in a minute. Alright, that's fairly bow and arrow, isn't it? And then we'll check the tune, yeah? So let's put, so it might need shortening. Let's put this about here. And do we do 10 meters now or in a minute? Probably doesn't matter. We do need to shorten it. So this is 10. What do we need to do? Shorten it now. 1 megahertz on the 10 meter band is not a lot. I'll just calculate it. I've got a little, we put a little calculator on M0 MCX SWR calculator. I'll show you how it works. So we were at 20, well, it's basically we want to go from 27 to, I don't know, 28.5. Go. Cut 13 centimeters, it says. Just there. Seems a lot. Seems a lot. All right. Mathematically, it should be that much and a bit more. But we'll do 10 centimeters and take a rain check. All right, let's get this back up, see what happens. We're up. We need to do a bit of repair there, just a bit more tape. Because as you know, in this world, ham radio, everything is temporary. Right, let's get the camera. Yeah, I might have to send the drone up for you, but it's definitely bow and arrow now. Now, wouldn't it be nice if everything just worked? You know, just a bit of luck, yeah? Okay, so 28.4 is working. That's the bottom of the curve. It's 500 kilohertz each side. So that's good. Now let's go down to 15 meters because we're bound to need to do something there. So by doing that, hang on a minute, I've got my alarm going off. Now we've done that adjustment. So we're 21.6. I prefer that 300 kilohertz longer. I think you'd agree. That's because when we created the bow and arrow, we've changed the linear loading, and so we need to go back and sort that out. What did we say? 20, so roughly 21, 300 kilohertz. So if we start at 21.7, I know that I want 300 kilohertz, 21.4. So go. Calculate. Just the quarter wave, add 10 centimeters, which is what we cut off, funnily enough, the 10 meter band. But we will cut a little bit longer. We'll end up with another 9 centimeters. There we are. Let's see what happens, shall we? So I'll add 9. So what I'm going to do is come back 11 centimeters from here and mark it exactly there. That's 12 actually. So let's cut a bit of wire. No tension on this. Oh, this wire's old, look at that. You still have continuity on it, I'm sure. I thought I cut a piece of wire off. Oh, there it is. It's like being a bloody piano tuner, isn't it? I don't know if my microphone is picking up the lambs and the sheep, but the last couple of days they're not making a right running racket. Right, I want 21 centimeters from 21, and we know that we'll have added 9 to the overall length. There, lovely. Pocket. Up she comes. By the way, the robot mower is working great, and certainly on charge, or even when it's mowing, I'm not getting any noise. I'm getting some lovely stripes gradually. It was like a biscuit in here, but it has, we had a big dump of rain over the last few days, so it's all going green again. I've just been alerted to the fact that my appendage has run out of battery, so tough really. Alright, so I need to add a little bit more. I'm not going to film it again. I'll add another 10 centimeters and we'll come back and I'll show you. It's like tuning a bloody piano here, but you can't see it. Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. So, let's get our 250 kilohertz each side at, say, 21.3. Wow, look at that. Perfecto. So we can put that back in there. I want to change all the feeders. We've got a ton of berry flex, I think it's called, that we had at Uplands Farm. We had to rip out, that Stefano from Messi and Poloni sent to us. We'll change it all for berry flex. What's this? Oh yeah, we're checking 80 metres again. I'm pleased with this now because I've just added a tiny bit to 80 metres, and you can smack on where I want it actually, which is 3.75. And then we'll go and find a loop on the ground, because the loop on the ground is actually under a ton of leaves. Now, I had to pull the coax to find it the other day, and I think I know what's happened. I've probably disturbed, the feed point connector. It's under here somewhere, right? Will be. Now I can see some coax. Some coax that goes off there. And I can see some coax to here. Ah, right, here we are. Oh no. I thought it had become disconnected. Still got Vaseline on it. Alright. Might need some maintenance. I've got an 80 metre Envis dipole here, which is looking really sorry for itself. I just don't have time to fix it. It's falling apart, there's branches on it and everything. I want to replace 80 metres anyway completely with a 160 80 metre fan dipole, so we'll just have to leave that as it is, I think. And the loop on the ground, it was a bit noisy yesterday. I thought it's come disconnected. Well, let's go inside, listen to the noise, all right? Make sure it all still works at the rig end, We're on the DS Commander, that's the one we've just been, the big one. And we're going to 80 metres because I was worried, if you remember, about the SWR, and it said it was about right here, so let's have a listen. What's the SWR meter? Nothing. And at the top, it's just creeping up, look, SWR meter here. So I should be able to get down to 3.7-ish easily. 40 metres, we didn't need to do anything, but I'll spend most of my time probably around about here. No SWR there. Now the other thing we had a look at was this little tri-bander thing, so we go to 15. I like to check my SWR, the final check, at the radio itself, because if the radio's happy, everything else is going to be happy, isn't it? Ah, look at that. Perfect. SWR is next to nothing. How low can we go? Oh, it's fine. Is there anybody here? No. You can see it on the band scope. And the only other thing I wanted was 28, wasn't it? Probably not a lot, but let's have a look. There we are, look at that. So, and then 20. And we've got back to here. I'll just try 20, make sure we've got a reasonable tune there. That's absolutely fine. So this is an 80, 40, 20, 50, 10 contest. And that's where we're heading to. Good. All right, well, that's antenna maintenance for you. Hopefully I have entertained you. Enjoy your radio. I'm having fun with mine, and it's nice to do a bit of maintenance, get the last tweaks just right, isn't it? All the best to you.